Execute.
Order 66.7. Welcome back to Order 66.7, your tactical uplink for Star Wars Shatterpoint. Today, we're diving into the newest transmission from Atomic Mass Games, the This Is Rogue One Squad pack. Let's break down who's in, what they do, and why this might be one of the most cinematic squads in the game. This squad is pulled straight from Rogue One, and it's built around the theme of desperate unity and last-chance heroism. At the core, we have Jyn Erso leading the charge, a bold, independent primary who rallies unlikely allies into a cohesive strike team. The team secondary, Bodhi Rook, the Imperial pilot turned rebel who offers essential strategic support, think positioning, setup, and mission flexibility. And finally supporting the spiritual well-being and firepower of the team, Chirrut Imwe and Baze Malbus. One sees with the Force. The other sees with a heavy repeater cannon. Leading this unlikely group is Jyn Erso. She has 8 squad points to play with and 3 Force. Jyn's tag are Rebel Alliance, Scoundrel, and Spy. A nice mix that might find her in some interesting company. Her tactics ability, This Is a Rebellion, isn't it? Allows one character, either Jyn or an allied Rebel Alliance supporting unit, dash or make a 5-die attack. Pretty good start, solid useful most of the time, depending on what is going on. Her identity ability, The Time to Fight Is Now, allows an allied rebel unit to spend a momentum if you do not have enough force ready. Note it says when would spend 1 or more force. So if you need more than 1 ready token and only have 1, you would only spend 1 momentum for the effect. Additionally, when an opposing player gains 1 or more momentum, Jyn can heal twice. I Rebel. One of Jyn's reactive abilities gives a free dash to Jyn after she makes an attack and can be done twice during her activation. She can get 2 free dashes a turn if Jyn uses her tactics on herself for the attack then makes another attack. This allows her to cover a huge area of the board in an activation. Her final reactive ability is reckless, aggressive, and undisciplined, because of course it is. When Jyn is attacking in melee, she can spend a force to add 2 dice for each enemy that she is engaged with besides the target. When it comes to hitting things or blowing them away, Jyn is range 4 on both of her stances, 5 defense all round, with 1 block and dash on 1 to 2 expertise, increasing to 2 blocks on 3 expertise and the dash changing to a reposition on 4+ expertise. At range on her resisting arrest.
Please do not resist.
She rolls 7 dice with 1 expertise turning into a critical, 2 to 3 is 2 criticals and 4+ adds a strike to a critical result. In melee she rolls 6 dice and 1 to 2 expertise is an upgraded strike to critical and a critical. On 3+ she get a straight 2 criticals and a dash. The maximum damage that you can do on the tree is 9 with 2 conditions but the option of a reposition instead of the last 2 damage. On her aggravated assault side her range is only 6 and melee 7 dice. Her pistol is worse with 1 to 2 expertise a critical and an upgrade to a critical. On 3+ 2 criticals and a dash. In melee, 1 expertise is 1 critical, 2 to 3 is 2 critical and 4+ adds an upgraded strike to critical. The combat tree gives loads of options for damage and conditions maxing out at 8 total. Overall Jyn appears that she will be quite mobile with loads of chances to get where she needs to be and hit hard. Bodhi Rook is a 3-point secondary with the same tags as Jyn, Rebel Alliance, Scoundrel, and Spy. He has 2 active abilities, Rogue One, pulling away cost 1 force and an allied Rebel Alliance unit within range may 4th dash then if chosen unit is a Spy Bodhi can dash. His other active ability is, I Just Need an Open Line, when Bodhi is contesting an active objective that you control. Can roll 3 attack dice and for each expertise you roll gain a momentum. However your opponent can spend 1 momentum before the dice are rolled to prevent this ability. Either way this ability should give you some value unless you are just unlucky. Bodhi's last ability is innate, the title is long so you can just see it on the screen. It gives Rebel Alliance characters within 3 of Bodhi who are contesting an active objective, Steadfast and Spy characters also within 3 and contesting an active objective immunity to expose. The separate sections here give him some flexibility with who you can pair Bodhi with. He can in theory slot in with ISB agents and still give them something from his toolkit. His stance, making it right, is nothing special to write home about. 5 range defense and 4 melee. on attack 6 at range 5 and 5 in melee. His defense expertise has 1 block on 1 to 2 and 2 blocks on 3+. Both his blaster and melee attack have 2 strikes on 1 to 2 expertise and a critical and strike on 3+. His maximum damage is 7 with 2 conditions. He only has 1 shove, but it is on a starting square and an option for a dash on the 3rd square. Overall, Bodhi seems like a solid secondary who will support your team. Don't expect him to do well against dedicated fighters though. Baze Malbus and Chirrut Imwe are a 5-point supporting unit to round out the pack. What is it with the rebels getting named supports costing 5? This duo have the tags Scoundrel and Rebel Alliance. First off, some tactics. I fear nothing at the start of Baze and Chirrut's activation. Refresh a force, then for each wounded or injured token either remove a damage or condition or refresh another force. These two have a couple of abilities that play off their stances. The innate ability Guardian of the Wills gives them Sharpshooter 1 and Cover 1 on the I am 1 with the Force side and Steadfast, and Impact 1 on the Force is with me, and also allows a free focus action when they flip their stance. We've been in worse cages than this one. An active ability that if I am on with the Force is active, you may dash each character in this unit for a Force, and if the active stance is the Force is with me, you may reposition 1 character. This dynamic duo's final ability, he's praying for the door to open. If you tie an active objective with all the characters in this unit, you may spend a force to remove an enemy control token, then if you spent a force but did not remove a control token, gain a momentum. For those stances that affect so much of what these two do. Both sides have 6 dice on attack and 5 on defense regardless of range or melee. Defensively, I am 1 with the Force downgrades a critical to a strike on 1 to 2 or 3 expertise with 1 block added for the former and 2 added for the later on 4 plus a critical is cancelled. While on the Force is with me side dashes replace the critical downgrades on 1 to 3 expertise and reposition replaces the cancelled critical. For expertise on attack, I am 1 with the Force side, 1 expertise gives 1 critical, 2 gives a critical and strike, and 3 plus gives 2 criticals and a pin. On the Force is with me side, 1 to 2 expertise is a single critical with the chart needing an extra expertise to get the same results. This is reversed in melee though, with the Force is with me side needing 1 expertise equaling a critical, 2 giving a critical and strike, and 3 plus 2 criticals and strain. On the I am 1 with the Force side, it takes 3 expertise to get to a critical and strike. For damage output, both sides max out at 6, but the Force is with me side has it front loaded with 2 damage on the first square. While I am 1 with the Force allows more options for shoves and conditions early on. This isn't just a playable team, it's a story-driven experience. You're not fielding a strike force, you're reenacting the desperate mission that kicked off the rebellion's final hope. Atomic Mass Games has leaned hard into the cinematic potential here, and it shows in how these characters interact on the tabletop. The This Is Rogue One squad pack captures the grit, sacrifice, and unity that made the film unforgettable, and now it's ready for deployment in Shatterpoint. This has been Order 66.7. Subscribe for more squad breakdowns, terrain builds, and tactical deep dives from a galaxy not so far away.
That doesn't compute. Wait, you're under arrest.